Bloody phone. Ah, good. Hey everybody, Reeswarrel here, and welcome back to more of Planescape Torment. Now, you may notice something around here. I did actually do some off-screening just on the Black Abishais, and then sold off some stuff. Or basically, anytime I got something that was worth it. Yeah, I didn't really make all that much money to be honest, but I did level up a lot. I got, basically, as I said, everything to level 8, I think. Well, to be fair, I don't know about Anna. But if I got my statistics, yeah, I managed to get the level 8 fighter. Yeah, as you can see, the experience is quite a bit higher than what they need. It's because I didn't want to level up off screen, essentially. Mort did not level up, but he is only 49,000 away. Dakon leveled up and Ignis did. Right, but I leveled up in all three of the, all three of the classes. So, level up as a fighter. We get a characteristic point and 10 HP. Oh god, characteristic. What would I prefer? I've got a permanent. I'm at 16. At 15. No, it's still exceptional. So if I got a 21, it doesn't even change. Yeah, my wisdom still surpasses that of mortal men. Intelligence then, maybe? Still only above average, though. Yeah, sure. I mean, I could keep increasing my wisdom, but I don't know if there's any point at this, like, anymore. Right, level up. She may have actually leveled up twice. Like, leveled up as a thief as well as a fighter. 8 HP and 2 hit points gained from her constitution bonus. So, 20 points. Do me usual. There we are. Oh no, she didn't level up. Right, she needs 125 to get to a level 8 fighter, then 110,000 to get to, oh, literally like 18,000 just to get to level 9 as a thief. Right, Dakon. 2 HP, 2 HP. He can memorize more spells. He didn't level up either. So 125, 135. So as a fighter he only needs 10,000 XP. Ignis. So, spell memorization has increased, 8 HP and 4 HP from Constitution. Alright, cool. Oh, he got up to level 9 actually. Jesus. So it must have gone from 90,000 to 125,000. Or maybe even like 135,000. Jesus. I need 500,000 to level up. Jesus. Right, well what I need to do now, speak with Anna.
What is it you want then?
Train me in thieving. Thank you. So there we go, now I can level up again. Alright, we're doing this. I only get 1 HP. Right, so I'll just do the same. There we go. And now finally, the other thing I need to do is speak with Dakon and become known in the art. Train me in the art. Thank you! And then, there we go. Another HP. Perfect. Right, there we go. I've leveled up in everything. Sheesh. Okay, so I don't really know what I want to get to level 12 first. So I mean, mage would be a good one, just because it would give me a permanent +2 to my intelligence. So yeah, it's one of those things that's just hard to decide. What was I gonna do? I don't remember, like at all. Dream key. Oh right, yeah. But so what the hell is that? Thilden's All. Don't really know why I have that. I'll get rid of it. I don't think I need it. Actually, what I could do is I could take it to the Gathering Dust Bar. Yeah. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show actually, just because it's really quite interesting that even with the enhanced edition, they didn't fix this. And it's not something I'm going to abuse, but I do think it's something that's quite cool to show off. It involves Reekwind. Am I in the right place? No, I'm not. Crap. Yeah, it involves Reekwind. And once I get to the right place, I'll actually show it off. Oh, here we go. It's this place, not that one. Alright, whatever. Right, so Reekwind is over here.
I'm gone.
Oh god. No, I honestly, I just found it to be really cool. Just more the fact that they didn't patch it. but it's whatever. So basically, with Requind, you can tell, or you can ask to hear a story. It costs 3 copper, which is fine, and then you can listen to Ignis's tale, which we've already heard. Like, all the way through we've listened to it. But if we listen to it all the way through, I don't actually know if you have to do it all the way through. Right, but we've listened to the story, I've already read it, so I'm not reading it again. And then speak with Ignis on the matter. You'll notice that this, like, number 4 has changed. It used to be, Ignis, are you sure it was me who taught you? But now it's changed to, I spoke with a storyteller in the Hive, and he mentioned that someone taught you these things. Who? And as you can see, you get 10,000 XP for your trouble. And all it costs you is 3 coppers. So if you actually want to level up a bunch, and I mean literally endlessly, without doing any sort of combat, that's like one of the best ways, I would say. Yeah, so it's me, are you sure? But you can just say never mind. And then if I speak to him again, it should be back to normal. Yeah, you sure your teacher was me? Perfect. Yeah, I don't know, something about that was just really cool to find out. I was like, wow, how the hell did they let something so exploitable pass? Because it's quite a common thing. Commonly known thing. Like, if you search for quick XP in the game, that's like one of the first things to pop up. Right, yeah, let's kill the Abishai. Oh, quick save first. Let's do this! Oh, actually, I've just realised I've got spells that I can do. Friends, Magic Missile, Power of 1, Balance in all things. Yeah, might as well. Go for it. Con. Oh my god, he has 7 of those. Swarm Curse. Actually, no. Swarm Curse is probably a bad idea. Because I don't know if it'll attack anybody else. Right, Rain of Anger. Just attack him. Ignis. I don't even know. Infernal Orb. Go for it. Fucking Jesus. Oh my god. And I just punched it. Whoa. Holy numbers. Right, what did it drop? Oh, I don't actually want Ignis to be the one to do that. Just quick loot. Oh, it's a Clock Charm. Nice. Ah, Abishais, they are the best. They're a really good source of XP. 7k. Obviously it's split between everybody, but it's still 7k. Love it. Oh yeah, one thing I should probably check is spell memorization. Like, how much can Dakon memorize? What leveled up? Ah, there we go. Zerthamon's Focus. Helps the target remember Zerthamon's teachings on the ways to channel one's mental and physical focus during battle. Oh, right. Don't really care. I'll just go with the Act of Torment again. And remove Curse. Very nice. He actually has a level 5. And, okay. Oh wow, quite a lot of this has changed. Wait, I've not really looked at any of Ignis's spells. I probably should. So we have Seeking Flames. The Seeking Flame grants all enemy targets in a 50-foot radius -1 to attacks and -1 to their saving throws for 30 seconds. Tongues of Flames. Does this do damage? Summons a missile of flame that strikes its target unerringly for 2 to 5 points. Yeah, I think I'd prefer that as opposed to Seeking Flames. Yeah. I always will prefer, like, attack spells as opposed to debuffs. Debuffs have no, you know, sort of use to me. The caster gains a +3 to hit bonus to his attack roll. The orb does 1 to 6 points of damage and inflicts a -1 penalty to the enemy's strength and dexterity for 10 seconds. What about Ignis's Terror? All non-undead creatures within a 30-foot radius to of the target point to flee in terror. I think I'd prefer to just go with the orb. It's a damaging spell, that's all that matters to me. As for these two, Infernal Shield, that's quite obvious. Fiery Rain? Oh wow. Up to a maximum of 10. Oh, 1 meteor for each level of experience. Right, get rid of Infernal Shield and then 2 more Fiery Rains. I can only do Elemental Spike. There we go. Perfect. Now all I need to do is rest. Okay, Clerk's Ward. Oh, I don't know if there is a place I can rest here. Shoot, I'll go back here, because I know there's a bed in the lower ward, where it's a bed I can purchase. Right, I don't know if I want to stay as a mage. No, I really don't have a clue. Oh, Infernal Shield. I do actually know that. Balance in all things. Really do not remember what this does. All hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius take equal damage. That's right. As for these, I can actually do these as well. Knock. The inaccessible, the locked, can be freed within one's grasp with this incantation. Oh! Isn't that nice? Power of 1. I'm pretty sure that's a buff. Yeah, it is. Considering I have actually got Ignis's spells, I may as well have those. Oh! Ooh. So magic missile. Does how much? 2 to 5 points of damage with no saving throw. 1 extra missile for every... So up to a total of 5 missiles at level 9. So I can do 5 of those for 2 to 5 damage each. So that's a max of 10... It's 10 to 25 damage, essentially. That's for 1 magic missile. 10 to 20. Oh, I can only do Seeking Flame. It's not the... whatever. Missile of Patience, that's the one that's really slow. Yeah, oh, that's a shame. Ah, oh well. Right, go. May actually be worthwhile just talking about spells. I mean, if I'm gonna be a mage, I should probably get myself hopped up on better spells. I'd also need a weapon to be able to use as a mage. It's only downside. What do you actually sell? Jeez, Scroll of Friends, Scroll of Luck. Yeah, just increases your luck, I'm guessing. Don't really care for that. Oh wow, he actually doesn't sell anything else. Huh. Hammer of Quality. Right, okay. Right, I don't really care about any of these. Just want to buy a bed. Thank you. So I now actually have access to all of my stuff. I really don't know if I want to be a mage or a fighter. I mean, to be fair, the difference in XP, for mage I only need 110,000. Still a lot, but for a fighter I need 250k, so it's a lot more. I just like being a fighter because I can actually use up a bunch of stuff. Crap. Because I don't really know what it is. Hang on. I need to figure out what mages can use. Oh, right, enemies. How fun. Yeah, everything's got a bloody red thing around it. Yeah, I can use a stiletto, and that's literally it, I think. Which is why it's kind of crap. Well, whatever. Anyway, on to the Clerk's Ward. I think I'm just going to become a fighter, just so that I can actually use my stuff. Things I would know. Teach me how to wield a weapon. I mean, as long as I get to level 12 as a mage first, I don't really mind. But I think for the most part I'd rather be a fighter. Just because then I can actually use weapons I want to use. Like my punch daggers. But if I get to level... I think if I get to level 12 as a fighter first, what I end up getting as a bonus is a permanent... Oh, it's a +1 to Constitution and then +2 to Strength, I think. As well as access to level 5 proficiency. And as a thief, it's Dexterity. And some other stuff, but I can't quite remember what those other things are. Pardon me. And as a mage, it's permanent +2 to Intelligence, which is, you know, far better for me.
I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Right, so, here we are in the Clerk's Ward. Didn't we have a quest to do here? Split, Pestle and Killing. Wait, what? If I find a way to split them, I'd return. Oh, right, yeah, he was in the apothecary. Find Aelwyn for Namel. Okay. Is there actually, like... What's the Advocate's home? Is that a... I remember seeing some people, like, stood out in the open, but we don't even know where her friend was last seen. Which just makes this a bit more of a pain. Ever so slightly. I also don't know what this is. Art and Curio Galleria. Clerk Warden, Cafe Patron. Yeah. Oh wait, is this all the harlot? Performance assist. Oh no, performance artist, not assistant. So we have a bunch of thugs. You'll pike off quick if you know what's good for you. Will he attack if we get too close? Oh no. He's just giving me lots of empty threats. You'll pike off if you know what's good for you. Yeah, sure. Oh, is this also a cafe? Looks like, yeah, it looks like a place where drinks might be served. Patron, barkeep. Oh, well, we found her. So this tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passers-by. Her facial features are elegantly exotic and her eyes are brilliant gold in colour. Catch the light, sparkling as she looks about. Greetings. She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Aelwyn, return your greetings. Aelwyn, your friend Namel is looking for you.
Updated my journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at her drink. I, Aelwyn, am most pleased to hear of Namel. Might I, Aelwyn, persuade you to tell her of this place? Sure, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
She looks back at you directly, and just for the briefest of moments before she casts her eyes back down to her drink, your senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling, pure happiness. I, Aelwyn, thank you. It's my pleasure. May I ask you about her, though? Nods slowly. The way she speaks and what her words do. How? I, Aelwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, very feelings even affect nothing directly. Our very feelings even. Okay, go on. I, Aelwyn, take great care so as to not affect those around me too greatly. Namel, she is new here, and cannot do so. It's something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Aelwyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Aelwyn. Is there anything you cannot do by simply speaking of it? She frowns. A strange unpleasant feeling rises in the pit of your stomach. Please, I, Aelwyn, would speak no more of it. Just one other question. She looks at you directly, your face reflected in the glittering golden discs in her eyes. He would speak of it no more to Aelwyn, and thus would no longer force her to speak in such a way to him. You find yourself unable to voice another question, your words catch in your throat as you try to ask. Okay. Well, she certainly stopped me in my tracks. Well, we finished the thing for the mill. That was actually a lot easier than I thought. If I'd have known that, I would have done that much, much sooner. But whatever. Either way. Namel! Drunken mage. The woman smiles as she greets you, her beauty no less breathtaking than the first time you saw her. Namel held her breath as the stranger approached her. Had he found Aelwyn? She wondered. I found Aelwyn, she was looking for you too.
Updated my journal.
Namel's lips form a perfect smile, and infectious happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet-smelling warmth. Namel was overjoyed to hear of her friend. Was Aelwyn close by? She's at another cafe east of here, across this part of the ward. Namel thanked the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her oldest friend Aelwyn. Now, though, she would reward the stranger. Wait for her to reward you. Okay. She would draw the stranger close, laying her hand upon his chest and kissing the pale, leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This, then, was to be his reward. Yeah, max HP. Perfect. As you wait, there is a light, tingling sensation upon your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the whole of your body, and you begin to feel stronger, more animated. My thanks, Namel. Farewell. Yes! Oh god, is this guy absolutely hammered? Abel Ponderthought. What a name. Alright, mage. Let's have a word. So, this older man is staring into his stein of ale. Or stein. Stein of ale. Misery etched into his features. The battered pewter mug is an unusual one, lightly engraved with strange runes and bearded faces, and covered with a coat of thin frost. He looks up as you approach him. Greetings, sir. He seems slightly tipsy. Okay. So, something wrong? He sighs, belches into his hand, and nods as he takes another pull of ale. Aye, something's wrong, alright. I've gone and lost my apprenticeship. Well, hungover I was and botched my mentor's last experiment. All for this damned drink. He sneers at the mug in his hand, but in seconds his expression softens, and he takes another swig. Ruins everything, it does. This damnable drinking of mine. Why don't you stop drinking then?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs and sighs miserably. I simply cannot. I want to, but I cannot. I just need to drink. I try and step away, but desire eventually overcomes me. And I cannot resist. Such a wreck I've become. He throws back the last of his ale and calls for more. I see. What's that mug you've got there? This? He looks down at the pewter mug. I won this in a dice game. It's enchanted to keep whatever's in it freezing cold. In my case, cheap ale. He frowns, rubs at his eyes, and takes another swig of his drink. I get the feeling he's got a cursed item. Is something wrong? Oh, okay. So, okay. I think he has a cursed item. But nothing pops up here. Okay. It's just the fact he has a drinking problem, I guess. It just sounds like it's cursed. Like if he can't stop drinking from it. So this is Abel Ponderthought. This older man looks somewhat bookish. His clothing and accessories are extremely clean, neat and well cared for, and he often pauses to brush some fleck of dust or lint off of them. A symbol resembling a stylish dagger piercing upwards through a flame is embroidered upon his tunic. Greetings. The man's eyes widen. By the unjust laws of... is it tyranny? He catches himself. Looking apologetic, I say, are you alright? You look... He fumbles for the words. Hurt. I'm alright. Aye, it hurts to look at him, it does. An odd comment for someone with what looks to be a giant rat's tail sprouting from her bottom. Oh, I don't know if I want to say that. I don't want to piss her off. But it's also really good. Alright, whatever. I had some questions. The man nods eagerly. Of course, of course. I'm always most happy to answer what questions I can, young sir. I had questions about you. Me? Certainly. Who are you? Why, my name is Abel Ponderthought. Other questions. What do you do here? I passed my administrator exam just recently, and have achieved the status of an A9. A research consultant in the Hall of Records. One of the many aides specializing in sigils, physical laws and history. I research topics and laws of interest to others. It's quite fascinating, really. Okay, I have other questions for you. What's that symbol embroidered on your tunic mean? Why, 'tis the symbol of the Fraternity of Order. We are responsible for much of the lawmaking and running the courts here in Sigil. Many judges, advocates, and clerks are members of our order, and we are pleased to be able to help enforce Sigil's laws and keep things orderly. We make a strident effort to learn all laws, whether they pertain to Sigil, the planes, or the multiverse itself. What does the Fraternity of Order believe? The Fraternity of Order believes that the multiverse is governed by laws. When one knows all the laws, one will understand the multiverse. That is our goal. By understanding the laws, their limits, we learn to avoid certain laws. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of benefits are in the position? Well, our fraternity allows us to read languages quite easily, and we may use some rules of the multiverse on occasion to suit our benefits. Okay, other questions. I have other questions. About this place. I'll admit I know little of this part of the Clerk's Ward, sir, but please, ask, why is it called the Clerk's Ward? It is the seat of much of Sigil's record halls and administration. The staff at these places give the ward its name. Many clerks, scribes, priests, bureaucrats, and administration officials live in this ward. Right. Other questions? Know of any work available locally? None of the temporary sort, no. Okay, what about something else? About this city. Questions about Sigil? Please, sir, ask whatever you like. Curious about the factions. Yes, there are 15 factions in Sigil. Once there were 49 factions. Then, about 600 years ago, the Lady of Pain let it be known that only 15 would remain. That was known as the Great Upheaval. Continue to listen. Oh boy. Wait, is this actually going to list all of them? Oh my goodness, it is. Wow, okay. He continues, and sure enough, in a fortnight, 34 of them perished or faded. Many thousands died by sword or by other means. Many were simply found dead. I, myself, am a member of the Fraternity of Order. Others include the Believers of the Source, the Dustmen, the Harmonium, the Mercy Killers, the Revolutionary League, the Society of Sensation, and the Zausatex. The Fraternity of Order. Okay, so I've already asked about that. About the other factions. The Believers of the Source.
My journal.
The Believers of the Source or Godsmen believe that every living thing in the multiverse has the potential to become a power. He continues, the Godsmen have their headquarters in the Great Foundry and have helped to keep peace in Sigil in a number of matters. They have no desire to see any creature placed in the Dead Book before it has a chance to reach its potential. I myself uphold their beliefs. You sound as if you disagree with them. I find their philosophy respectable, good for Sigil and its people in every way, but it's far too simple. How do you expect to discover the secrets of the multiverse by merely living well? Will such knowledge appear spontaneously one fateful day, at last enlightening one of your myriad incarnations? if such things even exist. But I see, sir, that you have little time to debate, or for debate. I will drop the matter. Other factions. The Dustmen.
Updated my journal.
The Dustmen believe we are already dead, that Sigil and the Planes are where we all end up after we die, so they think it's like limbo. Okay. According to their beliefs, everything is dead and this existence is a false one. To keep any ties or feelings for this existence only prevents a soul from truly dying. Okay. He continues, you see, the Dustmen believe that death in this existence is a matter of degree, and only those who are truly dead and have divested themselves of all ties to this existence can hope to be at peace. A philosophy that has some basis in fact, but much of it bears further examination. Right. What about the Harmonium? The Harmonium is devoted to peace and harmony throughout the planes, thus their name. They believe that the end justifies the means, however, and so are willing to do just about anything to get a fellow to see things their way, regardless of one's personal opinion of them. They do a fine job of policing Sigil streets. Okay. So, Mercy Killers. The Mercy Killers believe that justice is everything. Malin, their last factal, once said that when people properly applied, punishment leads to perfection. He continues, those new to Sigil oftentimes commit the error of thinking their name implies that they kill out of mercy. Rather though, it is that they seek to kill mercy itself. The faction members take it upon themselves to punish the guilty of Sigil, whatever the cost. Right. So the Revolutionary League.
Updated my journal.
Ah, the Anarchists. Okay, that makes more sense. They are also called the Anarchists. Not many know this, but the Revolutionary League is actually quite widespread in Sigil. And a shame that is too. They hold the misguided belief that all institutions have been established to block their access to the truth of the multiverse. The only way they see to deliver the truth is to tear down all organization. They claim that the truth can only be discovered when people are completely free. He shakes his head. I often wish that they would open their eyes to the truth around them. They do nothing but blind themselves and block everyone's access to the truth. He gives a long sigh, then wags his finger disapprovingly, as if talking to some imaginary bad child. It is interesting to note that they have no real plans for seeking the truth past tearing down everything that they can see. Very interesting indeed. He frowns. It is also of interest that while the Revolutionary League has a large number of members, the very nature of their faction causes these members to work counter to each other's interests. Often cells fight amongst each other, each one claiming to know the proper way to go about tearing everything down. Right, so we have the Society of Sensation, which is number 7. The Society of Sensation. They are one of the most prominent of Sigil's 15 factions. They hold the belief that the true dark of the multiverse can be known only by directly experiencing as much of the universe as possible, tasting every substance, feeling every range of emotion, and visiting every place in the multiverse. He continues, their faction headquarters is at the Civic Fest Hall, where they seek to bring experiences to all of Sigil. At the moment, they are the most numerous faction in all Sigil, and the most powerful. If I am not mistaken, the most recent census of their members is over 20 times 1,000 members. Jesus. Right, and then we have the Zausatex.
Updated my journal.
He harumphs. Rabble-rousers. Not a proper faction at all, that raggedy bunch. Why, even the Revolutionary League is more organised. The Zausatex think that by embracing chaos, they'll somehow discover the secrets of the multiverse. Ridiculous notion. Oh, you don't really have much to say about that. For other things of Sigil? Oh, right, yeah. I'm curious about the Lady of Pain. The Lady of Pain, yes. She is the force behind Sigil, you know. Very impressive figure. But little is known about her. What is known about her? He begins ticking off the points of his fingers. 1, she is not just a symbol of Sigil, as some claim. She is very real and very dangerous. 2, she is believed to be the one that keeps the powers, or deities, out of Sigil. As long as she is present, the powers cannot enter Sigil. Right. 3, she also prevents unauthorized teleporting and gating into and out of Sigil. It prevents the outer plane's creatures from bringing even more of their kind to Sigil outside of the conventional routes. 4, she has never spoken to anyone. 5, she usurped control of Sigil from Auskar, a power now believed dead. 6, anyone who threatens Sigil or her is punished, either by falling beneath her shadow, which results in a series of invisible stab wounds that can kill even greater Bartazu, or by being sent to the mazes. from whence few ever escape. 7. She does not like to be worshipped. Those that do are often found with their skin missing. And lastly, the sight of her is believed to drive others mad. She stole control of Sigil from a power? How do you know this? 'Tis the belief of my order. You said that the sight of her drives people mad? Yes, he ponders it for a moment, but I must add that the caveat that I have never seen her, you understand. So how is it that you know she created Sigil? 'Tis the belief of my order. Okay, so nothing else there. What's outside of Sigil? No one knows, and it is not from want of trying. At the places where no true wall exists are solid walls of buildings, with no windows that look beyond. Some claim to have climbed roofs and seen the outside of Sigil, but they can only describe the outside as nothing. He continues, that is an unacceptable explanation, but it still remains a mystery. It is rumoured without fact that to step beyond Sigil's walls takes the traveller to a random plane, but this has not been confirmed. The Fraternity of Order has mounted many expeditions, and we have yet to retrieve concrete information. I can ask about his order. Yeah, I don't need to. Where's daylight here come from? I don't see a sun. The haze can make it difficult to determine for certain, so I understand your difficulty. The light comes not from a sun, but from a gradual luminescence that fills the sky. He continues, it reaches a peak, called Peak, then fades until the Sigil is completely dark, called Anti-Peak. The source of luminescence is unknown, but it is most likely the lady's will. Okay, what else can I ask about? The city, okay, Puzzlewell. Ravel, if she truly existed, and there is little to prove that she did, was a night hag, one of the inhabitants of the Grey Waste, one of the lower planes, and believed by some to be the worst of the lower planes. He continues, as the legend goes, Ravel was mazed several centuries ago. She was believed of being a mistress of many strange magics, and apparently her presence in Sigil constituted a threat to the lady. I'm afraid that I know little about her. Mazed? The mazes. These are creations by the lady. You see, she takes a small piece of Sigil, copies it, then uses a portal to place the copied bit into the deep ethereal. Once there, the piece of Sigil then becomes a demi-plane, an endless maze that curls and twists about itself. He continues, the lady uses these mazes to imprison anyone who threatens her power. Once she has determined that you are to be imprisoned, there is no escaping them. There is believed to be a way out of each maze, but it is most likely extremely difficult. Eh, not really. I did it. Wow. Speaking with him took a while. Jesus. A little. Right, so what else do we have? Clerk's Ward, Citizen... Diligence? Matter of course. I like how he's following her around. Yeah. Is there anybody else around? Oh no, this place is actually quite large. It would seem. Harlot. Malmana. Okay. This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, sir. But a moment of your time, were you perchance here to visit a tailor? What? The man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I had commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out of his shop and will not speak to me now. So what? The man suddenly balls his fists and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is his duty to serve me. That churlish buffoon. Jesus. What did you want from me? Eh? He focuses on you again. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg of you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and have not the time to commission another tailor. I could say I'll do it, but not for free. I'll go get it now. Yeah, sure.
Updated my journal.
Oh, most excellent, sir. 'Tis this very building right here. He points to the long, low structure just north of him. I thank you, sir. So it's here. Ah, Christ. Alright. Things I do for the people in this game. Sheesh. Is it you? Goncalves?
I'm
Or
going.
Goncalves? Calves? I don't know how you say his name. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I pressed... Oh, I didn't. I pressed 1. I meant to press Q. There we go. So, this short, heavy-set middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, yes, and I am certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now if you could be silent for just a moment. Okay, I'll be patient. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, what looks to be tiny coloured sparks drip from the fabric. Wait, some more. Oh, there we go. He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I am Goncalves. Now, what was it you were here to see me about? I had questions. I hope 'tis about garments and the like. I shan't answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know. Ooh. What were those lights while you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir, but a bit of the art. While I at times weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me, those items which I lavish enchantments upon are my most special creations, and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? He looks you over, frowning. Nothing that would fit you, that is for certain. I'd like to see what you've to offer just the same. Whoa. Oh god, they're expensive. Jerkin of the Brazen Rogue, of a fitting shadow. Only usable by Anna. Usable only by Anna. Okay. So wait, armor class 6. I don't really know what the difference is. Plus 50% pickpocket skill bonus. I mean, this could be just something that I try and do. Hold up.
Aye?
Let's see. Thieving.
Why not? Got it.
Well, there you go. I got something. What did I actually take from him? If anything. That's just Anna's vest. It's like I stole something. I think it might have just been a hammer. In which case that was pointless. Yeah, I'll just reload. Right, Taylor... Which one was it? That one. So wait, if I just tried to steal from him, I had questions. I'd like to see what you have to offer. So if I try and steal... Oh! Ooh. Oh god, I don't want to try and steal both. Okay, I've not tried stealing from a merchant, actually, so... Yeah. So, steal... Is it because I'm not a thief? Oh, wait. She can. What would I rather have? Armor class 4, armor class 6.
Not this time.
Well, yep. Right, at least I now know how it works. Yeah, I'll just save scum this, it's fine.
Chief, they say we get rid of Ignis, alright? I mean, he's burning his candle at both ends. If you know what I mean.
It's the first time I've heard him actually mention Ignis. I'll buy some needle and thread here. There we go, perfect. Right, Anna, let's try this again. I don't want to buy it, Jesus. I want to steal.
Not this time.
Fucking hell. Oh, what an issue. It might not be that hard. So, like that and then 3. Go on, third time's a charm. I almost bought it again. Hey! Pickpocket succeeded. How on earth you'd be able to steal something like that, I have no idea. But, sure. Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah. Oh, it doesn't actually change how she looks. That's a damn shame. I thought it would have. That would have been really nice, but oh well. I'll save again. I'll save again. I mean, I could take the other one as well. And then I can sell it to him. For profit. So, steal... Oh my god, it actually worked again. Jesus. So, the higher... So that's now -1. The Brazen Rook. The only difference is that's got a lower armor class. That goes to -3. -1. Sure. Right, I could probably sell you some stuff. From Anna's. I can't? What? Oh, I'm surprised I can't sell stuff. That would have been perfect. Oh well. Right, I'll actually talk to him now. I had questions. Wanted to pick up a dustman costume. You're in luck then, sir. I happen to have one available. Wait, its cost is 30 copper commons. I'll take it. So Goncalves takes a set of neatly folded robes from under a counter. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though. If this is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Erd, many folk are already attending as dustmen. We'll keep that in mind. Farewell. And thank you very much for the outfits. Oh man, just stealing's the best. What's not to love? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh wait, no, that's not him. Where? Oh, he's right next to me. It cost me 50. Why would I lie? Yeah, sure.
Updated my journal.
So fine, take it here. He tosses you 30 copper commons. Now I have to be off. Wait, Goncalves said many people were already going to this masquerade as dustmen. Did he? Blast. I would hate to arrive in such a common costume. Right, okay. I could try and get another one for you. I could go see if he has another ready. Not a bad idea, not bad at all. Quickly, see if that portly nincompoop has another, would you? I'll return with another costume. It's pointless saying, I will, but it'll cost you. Like, what's the point in saying it? Like, it's not like I'm, you know, really needing to get money. I wanted to pick up another different costume. Goncalves nods and smiles knowingly. The dustman bit seemed a bit too common after all, eh? Well, it just so happens that I have a Godsman costume. If you would like, it shall cost you only 50 coppers. I'll take it. Retrieves a set of folded clothing and a heavy leather apron and work boots from under a counter. Here you are, sir. Enjoy the masquerade. Cheers, bruh. We got it. Alright, quick save again. Would it be better? It'd probably be better to just talk to him. Ah, fuck it. No, it wouldn't. I'll get a measly amount of XP, so sod it. Cost me 50.
My journal.
He makes a disgusted noise, snatches the costume from you, and shoves 50 coins into your hands. Now I have to be off. Farewell. There we go, we did it. Hooray! I cannot save it this time. I cannot save it this time. Is it because I've been quick saving too much? I have no idea. Alright, so... her armor class is -1. I don't get it. Like, my armor class is 7. Oh, I understand now. The lower the number, the harder it is for your enemies to hit you. It's like everybody's got such low armor, but then mine's incredibly high. Oh well. So who else have we got? Harmonium Officer. The fuck is this? Ominous looking archway leads underground. Oh, I can actually use the stairs. Ah, cool. Right, okay. So now I know what the armor class means. Yeah, it's why I got so confused, because I thought it would go higher, and it would mean you would take less damage. But it's not the case, it's more the fact that the lower the number, the more likely you are to evade, even. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Right, so I think what this actually leads to is an area called... I can't remember what it is actually. Under City? No, that doesn't sound right. It's under something. But I can't remember what the second part of it is. So, what actually is there around here? The Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts. The Civic Fest Hall, Apothecary, Curiosity Shop, Art and Curio Galleria, Finham and Linguist's Home. Or Finham, the Linguist's Home. Oh, we could go to a brothel. What's not to enjoy? Wait, what's this? Yolmi's Messenger. Sir, might I have a word with you? I guess, why not? What have you got to say to me this time? So this slender young man approaches you wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I am looking for a certain man, and I think you might be able to help me. Oh? How so? I'm a messenger, sir, who seeks a man it's said cannot die. A scarred man, for whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You match the admittedly vague description I was given, sir, and I had wondered if you were he. I mean, yes, I am the person. Yeah, that's me. He nods, then bows deeply to you. A message for you then, sir. Mistress Yolmi of the House Surma, a lady of high standing, has sent me Mistress Yolmi would meet you in the Civic Fest Hall, where she would make a proposal, of which I know nothing, to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears green silks, trimmed with gold, and has hair the colour of blue steel. That is the extent of my message, sir. Farewell. Okay. Wait, where's the Civic Fest Hall?
Updated my journal.
In the northeastern corner of this part of the collectorward. It is a large structure. Should be easy to spot. Yeah, sure. The hell? Oh, it's a building. Okay. What else have we got here? Art and Curio. A curiosity shop. I mean, I'll stop by. I'm curious. Where's the entrance to it? Oh! It's here. Yeah, I'm mostly just curious as to what it is. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I've also realised that I'm using a club when I want to be using these. Aye. Whoa. Jesus. So this sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing. With her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes, as she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back, then seem to have settled back into her skin. Well, well, a floating disembodied prevaricating skull. She narrows her eyes. You're the scarred man, who's been going around asking all the questions. She looks you up and down. You sure look lost. Did you come in really? Or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because... is that Vrishka? Or Vrishika? She indicates herself, can help you. Okay. So how can you help me? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal, I purchase a great deal, and I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Is there anything that you desire? Only answers to some questions. I'll entertain any question about the merchandise, but I'm not going to be drawn into one of your famous 20 questions about anything about the Spire. Understood? What are you, Vrishka? She sighs loudly, an Alu fiend, a half-demon. My mother was... Tanari? A fiend, and my father, a great king of mortals. Such a rude question, but then you're rather rude-looking yourself, aren't you? I had another question. Tell me about this place. Yeah, tell me about this place. What you see within this shop is the result of much trading and travelling across the plains. She makes a sweeping gesture of the shop. Weapons, charms, and other specialty items are for sale here, as well. Everything that is rare and oh so exquisite fills this emporium. Your needs, I sate them. I have other questions. So, what did you mean by calling Mort prevaricating? Actually, wait. Do I want to do that? Let's see your merchandise. Oh! Would you care to examine the weapons and charms or some of my more exotic acquisitions? Exotic items. What the fuck? Oh man, there's loads. So, Vrishka smiles at you, as you look at the various shelves in the middle of the shop. If you see nothing like you like here, there are more items towards the front and the back of the store as well. The Fiend's Tongue. So you examine what appears to be a tongue floating in a jar of brine. Vrishka frowns at it. This is a Fiend's Tongue. A Cornagon's, I think, but who really knows? It's said that placed into the mouth of any living thing, it will give the ability of speech, even if there was none before. I'm selling this oddity for only 66 coppers. Should you want it? Not entirely sure. A Fiend's Tongue. That's interesting. Let me look at the other things. So, the Gorgon Cell. You examine a bottle labelled as Gorgon Cell. Vrishka holds it up for you. I traded for this with some sword-slinging prime wielder. Perseus, I think was his name. Smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone, it will revert them to flesh. Only 100 copper commons. A bargain, considering how handy it might come in. Should you ever find a friend of yours transmuted to rock? I don't really know what would be useful to buy, in all fairness. Yeah, not really. Now look at the other stuff. So we have a metallic cube figurine. You examine a small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Vrishka smiles as you pick it up. A collector's item, perhaps, or a piece of artwork. Who knows? But I like it. If you do buy it, ask around. Someone might know more about it than I. You can have it for only 1,500. 1,500. Okay. That's quite a lot. Fuck me. I think I need this as well, in order to get a party member. Pretty much. So we have a monster jug. You examine a plain-looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. So Vrishka watches you, chuckling, then shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair's prickling up like that. If you'd like it, it's only 123 copper. What a random-ass number. Okay, so I'll actually look at everything and then decide if I want to buy stuff. So at the front of the store... Oh, whoa, okay, there's a lot of stuff. You look at the various shelves towards the front of Vrishka's shop. Examine the baby oil. Oh, you examine a number of small bottles, each labelled as baby oil. Vrishka picks up one and presents it to you. Interested? It's the real thing, of course. Ugh! Thousands of mewling mortal babies went into the making of the stuff. Oh god, that's gross. Chocolate Quasit. You examine a twisted little imp-like creature sculpted out of pure milk chocolate. It looks delicious, does it not? Imported from the lower plains. These are rare, you know, and quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real Quasit, a fiendish familiar, polymorphed into chocolate by powerful sorcery. It's only 199 coppers. No. The Codex of the Inconceivable. You examine a rather unassuming book held closed by a tiny brass lock. That, coos Vrishka, is the Codex of the Inconceivable. I'll only say that it's just, well, I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. You can own it yourself for a mere 1,000 copper commons, and believe me, it is well worth it. God, really? I'll take it. Let me look at the other stuff first. So we have Divas Tears. You examine a small glass file labelled as Divas Tears. These were collected from a diva, not Diva, whatever, who was captured during a Blood War skirmish. The fiends tormented the imprisoned angel for eons before he at last escaped. The small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. Their price is but 100 copper commons. Let me ask other things. Elixir of Horrific Separation. You examine a bottle labelled as Elixir of Horrific Separation. Vrishka presents it to you. This stuff was compounded by a scholar who'd found she'd possessed a darker half, a side of her which took control, at times, and bade her do awful things. This potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating two separate beings, mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. I charge you only 200 copper commons for the elixir. I don't really know what would be good to get. They all sound pretty interesting, but I don't know if any of them actually have a use. The Codex, if I remember rightly, gives you XP. So look back at the store. Oh, look at the store, the back of the store. You look at the various shelves towards the back of Vrishka's shop. So, stained lens. Oh, wow. You examine a stained ground glass lens the width of your hand, held in brushed steel ring. Wait. Held in brushed steel. Oh, right, okay. Sometimes when I read things it doesn't make sense because I read it wrong. A small geared protrusion coming off the ring makes it look as if the lens should attach to some sort of clockwork machine, and it smells faintly of horrible perfume. Vrishka holds it up for you. I've no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Gaisus brought it up to me from a lower plane battlefield. He'd murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items he'd collected over the course of the campaign. I've kept it mostly as a conversation piece, though you may have it for 149 copper coins, if you'd like. Jesus. So that was the stained lens. Yevra's ring. You examine a ring in a small padded case. Vrishka holds it up so that you can see it more closely. This is Yevra's ring of almost invisibility. It makes its wearer invisible. Well, almost. I will part with it for a meagre sum of 349 copper commons. Jesus. The rune-covered ale stein. You examine a large pewter ale stein covered in strange runes. Vrishka holds it up for you to see more closely. An ale mug of unusual manufacture, which keeps its contents, usually beer of course, icy cold, whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons, and you'll enjoy the frostiest ale you've ever had outside the paraplane of ice. Huh. I wonder, is that the same Stein as the one the Drunken Mage is using? I wonder if actually, like, buying that would actually unlock any dialogue with him. Tattered Rag Doll. The years have not been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It's coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unravelling. It is obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the button eyes and its plush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. Frisker holds it up for you. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. It was a part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical texts. Though I don't know what it's for, if you like it, it's only 99 copper coins. Let's take a look at other stuff. I really don't know what I want to buy. If anything, I might just buy the Codex and then do the other stuff at another time. Yeah, the Codex. So, number 3. I'll take it. God, that's so much money. Right, farewell. So if I go into this and use the Codex of the Inconceivable, what you would first take in to be a rather unassuming book held clothed by a tiny brass lock is in actuality bound in strange leathers and enchanted bronze. It is labelled simply the Codex of the Inconceivable. Oh, right, there we go. Open it and read. You unlock the book's bindings and open it. As you glance over the tome's contents, your jaw drops. You stand spellbound, flipping through its pages. Its contents are simply too much to be described. Mere words seem powerless to explain the wonders it holds. What was in it, Chief? Show him the Codex. Should I? I'm very tempted to do that. Sure, show him. Mort floats over your shoulder to examine the Codex's contents. His eyes nearly pop out of their sockets as they scan the pages. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. But... wow. You stand thoughtfully for a moment, looking down at the Codex before closing it and reverently putting the tome away. I like how it doesn't even explain what anything does. It's just like... whoa. Wait, welcome back here to buy something. Yeah. Just the weapon and charms. I should be able to just sell it back. There we go. 600. I bought it for 1,000. That's good value. Wait. Well, I can get all my shit back. Oh. Do I want to sell the Brazen Rogue one, though? The armor class is lower, that's the only thing. The one she's wearing now is way better. Because it gives her, like, an increase to certain things. Oh, fuck you. Aw, who can I sell stolen goods to? How does she know it's stolen? Wait, the tier of... permanent... oh, it's Constitution, not Health. Usable only by lawful good characters. Huh. Teeth of the Fire Drake. What the hell is all this? Lens. Usable only by moderns. Okay. Spider Bracelet, Anna's Vest. What the shit? These are just so much. Heart of the Forester. Not Fosterer, even. Summons the So Mean. Usable only by evil and neutral characters. Ashes of Pabulum. Summons Trellans. What the fuck? Actually, wait, another one I'll actually do. Yes I am. Exotic. I don't remember where it was. Oh, there it is. Monster Jug. How much was this? 123. Sure. Thank you. Wait, she said 123, but I only lost 100 coppers? Okay.
I'm gone.
Right, I'm gonna quick save before I do anything. Because I'm not entirely sure. But I'm certain you use it to summon something. I keep pressing 1. Ugh. This heavy plain looking metallic jug was with a hinged stopper. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. You're told there's some sort of monster trapped inside of it, but peering into the jug's mouth reveals nothing but inky blackness. So, upend the jug, see if anything comes out. At first there is nothing, but then a black, viscous liquid begins to bubble out from the jug's mouth, forming a slimy pool of steaming, tarry filth on the ground. As the jug begins to dissolve in your hands, the pool begins to writhe, throb, and rise to form a tall, hideous creature. What the? Ew! Gosh. 14k. Worth it. Oh, we got the Scroll of Horror. Ooh, it's a level 2 spell. Pure Horror is perhaps the greater equalizer in existence, causing both the weakest and the strongest to lose their courage and flee in cowardice. Causes all non-undead creatures within a 30-foot radius of the target point to flee in terror from the area. Oh, That's literally the same as Ignis's spell, I think. Yeah, it's... I can't remember what it's called. I don't know why I pressed right-clicked on him. Whatever. Now if I go to... I think... it's... is it this one? Yeah, Ignis's Terror. It's the same. Although this one's a bit different because it does give them a penalty too. But essentially, they're the same thing. There you go, Decon. Enjoy. Alright. I guess now that I've done that... I mean, I'll come back to do the rest. Maybe not all of them, but any others that pique my interest. Such as the metallic cube, because I'm almost certain that's the thing I need to get another party member. It's an entirely optional party member, although technically every party member is optional. But this is one you can actually miss. Well, let's be fair, you could also miss Ignis, but yeah, whatever. Either way, we're in the brothel.
Alright.
Alright. Here we are. Ah! Hey, interesting. Yeah, this place has got some pretty nice music. Some pretty good tunes. Hope nobody's fucking. I want to explore this full place. Oh god. For a second there, I thought she was completely nude. Kinda looks it, considering the skin-coloured outfit. Oh god, just exploring this place is going to take forever. A lot of stuff that's locked, or, just, you know, shut. Lootable is more so the word I was searching for. Container's locked.
Aye.
Well, Anna, actually sod this.
Aye.
Turn me into a bloody thief. Yep. Thanks. Right, now my special ability. Oh my god, I've got so many.
I'm gone, locked.
Lockpick succeeded. Oh yeah. What? Oh, that one's not locked. Oh. I keep forgetting. It has to be locked in order to lockpick. Ooh, nice. Handkerchief. Different. Not seen those in a while. Hmm. Right, so... I keep wanting to quick save just because I don't know if anybody will turn on me if I'm looting. I highly doubt they would. Look, I'm pushing her around. My apologies, didn't mean to. I just don't know my own strength. Oh my god, what the hell? They have a tree? A massive ass tree. Oh god, this place is dark. I hope you weren't doing your dirty business. Earring, they're worth a fair bit. Anything else? Aha! Nothing. Didn't really check this if they had a bedside table. It don't look like it. What was in here? I mean, I might as well. I'm going around looting all the other bloody, rooms. Takes me a while, like. There's that. Son of a bitch. Right, this is where I should probably... What the... Are they fighting? What the heck? Another handkerchief. I don't even know if they're going to be worth anything. More than likely not. I mean, this is quite a nice place. It's got pretty soothing music. It's got a goddamn tree. In the middle of nowhere. Hello! Ah! Don't know what that leads to, but that's interesting. Ever so slightly. It's always interesting when you notice there's a, like, hidden passage. For some reason. Container's locked. No worries. Right, these don't need to be locked. Oh, that one is locked. Oh, whoops. God, lockpicking's so easy. I need to go and visit a bloody merchant again to sell all my shit. God, all of these were locked. Oh. Oh yeah. To be fair, I'll probably make back the rest of the money from the Codex. Probably. I don't know that for a fact, I'm just kind of assuming. Echo. Don't mind me, I'm here on official business. My official business is stealing. Oh, crap. It seems they don't really care, which is nice. 102? Yeah, I think I've made back my money. I mean, I can say that for certain, because by the time... Oh, they're the Modrons. Ah. Yeah, by the time I sell the stuff, I know for a fact I will have made back the money I spent on the monster jar and the codex.
Unlocked.
I'll just do this. That was locked. What do you know? And in it we have... Oh, okay. Yep, definitely made it back. Jesus, they have so much money in here. Love it. They also don't seem to care that I'm literally stealing everything. Screw your business. My pockets are more important. Nothing in there. Is that all there... Oop, I didn't want to do that. There must be all there is in here.
Unlocked.
Gold ring. Jesus. There we go. Oh. Just leave. Does it do the same? Yeah, okay. Good. Finnem's book. I don't know who Finnem is, but whatever. Wait, Finnem? I think I do know who Finnem is. Brothel patron, not brother. Delara. Right, we'll just select everybody. And save before I speak with Falls from Grace. Alright, Falls from Grace. Before you is a stunning golden-haired woman, dressed in an azure and violet dress, with 2 long elegant wings draped across her shoulders. She is surveying the room with a slight smile. She is easily the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. Greetings.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
Bloody hell, she has a pretty nice voice too. The woman turns as you address her. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. You notice her eyes are azure, the exact same colour as her dress. So, well met, traveller. She reaches up to brush back a stray lock of golden hair. How may I help you? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Fall from Grace. She studied you for a moment. You are new to Sigil, are you not? Fall from Grace, now that's an interesting name. Yes I am. Does it show? She smiles slightly, not as much as you might think. You carry yourself quite well. What is this place? This is the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. She studied you for a moment. I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of this establishment. Brothel of slating intellectual lusts. What kind of brothel is this? I established this brothel to give those lustful thievers that strike the mind more avenues to expression, rather than the simple or simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others. Sounds dull. I assure you it is not. Tour the brothel, see for yourselves. So, this is a brothel. Why is there no intercourse? Only of a psychological nature, rest assured, it is still quite stimulating. I have to ask, why did you establish such a place? Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow. That is an odd question, she frowns. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly. My apologies, Lady Grace. I didn't mean to be so direct, I was merely curious. Oh, no apologies are necessary. I am more than happy to discuss the reasons with you. If you wish, I would like to hear them, yes. Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible. And that is why you established this place? This brothel is intended to slate the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive and lower ward. I just like number 1. Well, I wouldn't call them I mean, I can understand that. The women here must be so special indeed. The women here are aspiring sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction, to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individual. Sensates? She bows slightly. Yes, I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Yeah, our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible. And the girls here are in training to be sensates? Yes, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, that the patrons and the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to evoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? Yes. Ooh. Would you like to join me? Jeez. Being a bit direct. So, if I may ask, Lady Grace, the wings on your back, you are not human, I take it? She's one of the fiends, one of the succubi she is. She'll take your measure, then she'll take your soul to the lower planes. So she will. Your companion is correct, I am a lesser Tenari, more specifically, a succubus. Ah, she gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you? I like to think that I have distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There is much more to life, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps. Or perhaps so. Can I ask you some other questions? What is this place? I think I've already asked this. Yeah. I didn't want to do that.
How may I help you?
How may I help you? Came here looking for help. Perhaps you can help me. Help? What kind of help are you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In doing so, I've lost myself. You've been stricken with amnesia. Fall from Grace looks pained. How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really, at least not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary and everything before that is black. You awoke in the mortuary. I think the dustman mistook me for being dead, or I was dead, or something. All I know is that I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but I don't even know that for sure. Fall from Grace seems to be appraising you with renewed interest. There are scars on your body. She reached out a hand, as if to touch you. May I? Sure. Sure. Fall from Grace drags her finger across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scar, following the curves where they bend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated. These scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, though some are more recent. Fall from Grace steps back. Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man. She taps her chin, thinking, what do you intend to do now? I need to get my memories back and my life back. I intend to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. Fall from Grace is still thinking, her finger tapping on her chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense. She raises an eyebrow. Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing. Well, I'm glad you think so. It is that. Fall from Grace nods. If it will help, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some of them will be able to rekindle your memories.
Updated
Perhaps.
journal.
Can you tell me about the sensates? Or sensits? The sensits are the factions, or the faction of Sigil that is devoted to experience. Without experience, without sensation, we are blinded to much of the multiverse. Thus, sensits seek to experience as much as possible. When all is experienced, then the truth of the multiverse shall reveal itself. Interesting philosophy. Could I join the sensits? She smiles. To join the sensits, one needs to be a student of life. I meant I was interested in joining their faction. Of course, forgive my teasing, Grace nods. If you wish to join the sensits, I would inquire at the Civic Fest Hall. Someone there should be able to help you. Other questions? Have you ever heard of a night hag named Rabel? I'm familiar with the name. Fall from Grace pauses and thinks for a moment. Rumours cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as myth. But I suspect that she did exist, and that she made quite an impression in the cage during her stay here. She looks puzzled. Why do you ask? I intend to seek her out. Grace raises an eyebrow. Truly? I find myself compelled to ask why. I need information that she has. Is this information available from no one else? I suspect that only Ravel possesses the knowledge I need.
Updated my journal.
Grace rests her hand slightly on your arm. Consider this. If Ravel does indeed exist, then she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she is a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. To search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. I realize that. Do you know anything else about Ravel? Jesus. She was said to be one of the hags of the Grey Waste, and that she was believed to possess powers and a cunning far beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago, and in addition to the evils she committed during her stay, rumour has it that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as fiction, a figure in children's stories. Grace pauses. I imagine the Lady of Pain dealt with her as all threats to Sigil are dealt with. How?
Updated my journal.
Ravel was most likely sent to a maze, one of the lady's prisons. Mazes? What are those?
Updated my journal.
Grace places her hands together, thumbs and fingers touching, forming a rough circle. The lady is said to have the power to take pieces of sigil. You watch in surprise as a ghostly image of Grace's little finger pulls itself from the hand and floats into the air, curling into a small circle and make a maze. Go on. The small ghostly circle floats in the air, then begins slowly rotating. The piece of sigil she takes holds the prisoner. There is no escaping being mazed. It can happen at any time, while walking down the street, through a door. She claps her hands, and then you are somewhere else. Inside the ghostly circle, you suddenly see a flicker of movement, like someone walking inside. Go on. Grace continues. The tiny ghost maze reflected in her eyes. It is said there is a portal that leads out of each maze, but they are difficult to find. Perhaps they are left in to give the prisoner hope. Perhaps they are left in to torture the prisoner. The ghostly maze dissolves. Perhaps it is both. I see. Can you tell me more about this plane that Ravel is from? The Grey Waste. A blighted plane that lies effectively between Bator and the Abyss. It is frequently a battleground in the Blood War. Do you know what happened to Ravel? Ravel was most likely sent to a maze Okay. Is there anyone else who might know of her, or about her? Someone in the fest hall may know more of her? Other questions? The only thing I have left to say is, would you like to join me on my travels? Anna stiffens, then starts muttering under her breath. Who's to say she'll be coming with us? We don't need the likes of her, so we don't. Bah, that fiendling. Mort clicks his teeth together. I'm all for the succubus coming with us. The powers know you're about as fun as passing a caltrop through your bowels. You'd best latch your bone-box skull, or I'll rattle you so hard they'll be picking your teeth off the spire. Travel with you? Fall from Grace smiles slightly. She seems to be ignoring your companions. That's rather forward of you. I'd rather be honest with my intentions. You seem extremely pleasant and well-versed in the ways of the planes. A companion with that kind of knowledge would be welcome. Ooh. I mean, how exciting can this place be? Jeez. Yeah, I'd rather be honest with my intentions. Sure. Hey, wait just a minute. I'm the one well-versed in the planes. That's my job, Chief. Having too knowledgeable about the planes in our band seems pretty smart to me. Besides, I said pleasant too, Mort. Pleasant on the eyes, maybe. Looks to me like all some chit has to do is show a little skin and you'll sign her right up. Mort falls silent. Not that I mind that, really. I just thought I'd mention it. Noted. Mort, look, Lady Grace, excuse me if I'm being too forward, but would you care to travel with us? I appreciate your candor. I shall counter with some of my own. Why should I travel with you? Oh, here we go. You mean you wouldn't be interested in travelling with an immortal amnesiac who is searching the planes for himself? Oh, I would be extremely interested. She smiles slightly. Such a suggestion is intriguing. Make no mistake about that. Then, you would like to travel with me then? If you wish me to, then there is something you must do for me. There are 10 students in this establishment. I would like you to speak to all of them, then return to me with your thoughts. Then we shall see if we shall travel together or not. I will go speak to them, then I will return when I have spoken to all of them. 10! 10! Oh my god. Are these all the named people that are in the rooms? Wait, how many rooms are there? 1? Can I use the arrow keys? 1, 2... God, this is slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Yeah, there's 10. So there's one person in each room, I guess. Had I ever looted this? Oh, shoot. Quick save, just in case this is the one thing that pisses somebody off. And it didn't. Nice. Copper. A love letter. Oh! This is a passionate, steamy, and rather graphic love letter. Who it's to, and whom it's from, however, are quite vague. Yeah, I'll take it. That's my business now. Oh man, I wanted to read it. This is the research journal of a linguist named Finham. Wait a minute. I probably have to get this book back for Finham. Well, I mean, I've not spoke to him yet, so, yeah. Delora. I guess you're the first one. Hey, Spooky Josh. I think your name is? I can't really read it. I apologise. How's it going? Oh, crap. I wanted to click on you. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be grey, are the colour of brushed steel. Did I end up beating Breath of Fire 2? Yeah. A really long time ago. Well, not a really long time ago. Maybe like a month and a half ago. If you check my collections, it's like the entire game's there. Greetings. The woman's voice is so soft, calm, and without inflection. It has a certain far-away quality, as if someone or somehow not attached to her. Greetings. I'm called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? Yeah, no worries. She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart. Bowing her head slightly, I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently. If that is your wish, I am also well versed in various games of strategy. Should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here. So we have to, like, debate with every one of them, I guess. Wait, if I wanted to debate, I get the I probably need intelligence, don't I? What is my intelligence? 16. Shoot. I'm a thief. Actually, wait. Doesn't Dokkan have a tattoo? I don't know why I went to the character sheet. Dokkan. Aha! +2 to intelligence. Perfect. So that'll work.
What is your
I'll just get rid of my wisdom tattoo. Teachings. Teach me of the art. Thank you. I didn't want to do that. Let's go. Unusable item placing backpack. Yeah, I'm running out of space. Right. What is it I wanted to do? Right, Dokkan, I'm sorry, but I'm removing this tattoo. Bugger. Is it this one? Yeah, tattoo is spirit. Just give that to somebody. There, now I should have 18. There we go. Right, I should be able to beat her at her game now. Where is she? There. Whew. Alright, Dolores. Let's do this. Oh, it's not Dolores, it's Dolora. Just how might you serve me? Something of more physical nature. So, a debate. Debate, you say? Delora nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigillian sounds better, politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in... What? Acheron? The meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. Ooh, choose a topic, see if you can best her. You choose a topic and begin. The debate lasts a long time as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you, a memory trying to surface. Allow the memory to surface. Why would you ever repress it? Memories of a great hall begin to form in your mind, a vast place full of well-dressed elites. A formal ball was taking place. Before you was a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the sign of one. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who've gathered to listen to your debate. Continue the memory. But that's impossible, the man was saying, looking perplexed. Oh, but it is. You recall yourself replying, I've made several inarguable points and given you a number of examples. You simply don't exist. But you can't... Were I to accept that, I... Continue the memory. Yes, you'd cease to exist. Without a flash of light or puff of smoke, with no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. The onlookers oohed and ahed, some clapped, you remember giving a flourishing bow and walking away, a small satisfied smile upon your lips. You suddenly realise Delora is watching you closely. Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like. No, let's continue the debate. As hard-pressed as you are to beat Delora's infallible sense of logic, you eventually win out. She merely nods in approval. You are a most skilled debater. There is no denying. I do feel, though, that had I time to perform some research, you might not have bested me. Thanks. Delora nods. If you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it. Wait, are you always so ruthless in a debate? Delora nods. Mistress Grace instructed me to show no mercy for another of her students. Wait, for another of her students always allows a patron to win after a lengthy debate. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience for the clientele. Oh, I see. Could we play a game now? Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play? No, I don't really remember any games. Here then, allow me to show you one. Delora brings out a thin... is that lacquered box? Which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white. This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you? Yes, please. Is this Othello? I don't know if that's what it's called. But I can't remember. Delora explains to you the rules of the game, how the chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems somehow faintly familiar to you. The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play? Yes, let's. As you play, another memory. I don't know if it is actually another one, but we'll see. As you play, you come to realise that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games. You employ every trick you know to beat her. Suddenly a strange feeling comes over you. A memory trying to surface. Allow the memory to surface. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting you sat, mounted upon a massive, four-legged beast. The braying of horns carried your orders to the troops below. Even as you watched, your forces divided, fleeing left and right as the foreign army fought its way up the hill to slay the enemy lord. You. The fools, you had thought, lips curling into a wicked smile. My knights shall charge down the hillside and stop their advance in an instant, and at that very moment my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. Ah, yet another victory soon to be mine. You suddenly realise Delora is watching you intently. Are you feeling well? We might take up the game another day if you so wish. Now let's continue the game. Delora plays excellently, counteracting all but your most crafty moves, but eventually your feints and calculating maneuvers win over her well-crafted strategies. She nods approvingly as she begins to put the game away. You are a fine player, perhaps a master. I commend you for your skill. Thanks, but you always play so mercifully, or mercilessly, even. So, I understand, here's some questions. Oh! Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh. I am willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help you with?
My journal.
She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin. The cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think, all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain? Delora pauses as if thinking. No, I am not. My first love, Merriman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Ooh, Merriman. Or Merriman. Right. I mean, I'll take it on. Yeah, because it's a good idea to. More XP and all that stuff. Okay, so... why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. Delora shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal, and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me, but suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself. Then I shall find this Merriman, and speak to him on your behalf.
Dated my journal.
Delora nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merriman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to speak with us to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. You got it, sister. I guess. That is what we will do. I'll return when I find him. Farewell. Shorted. That wasn't too bad. I might want to just keep up my my intelligence, because I have a feeling that's what I need for most of this. Yeah. Wait, so if I speak with a Modron, what actually happens? This strange cubic creature seems to have as much machine, or seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Come on, Chief. We're in a building full of some of the sexiest chits this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to Modrons? Okay. What can you tell me about them, Mort? Mort makes a noise of utter disgust. What's there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you, just law. Let's just forget about him and go chat up the ladies, eh? Ignore Mort and greet the Modron. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more a sound played out on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greeting is returned. There is a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. Questions. Identify yourself to us. I'm not sure who I am. We would know why this is so. I don't know myself, I just can't remember. All things should have a name, all things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. The creature pauses and blinks at you. We would identify ourselves as Modron's Quadrone type, winged variant to the subject. Okay, right, I've just realised I did forget something. Oops. I need to go back to the curiosity shop in order to buy that metallic bloody cube. Because you speak about it to the Modrons and they essentially tell you.
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
I find it weird that Mort can smell anything, to be honest. Given the fact that he is just a skull.
Alright.
Oh, here we go. I'll sell stuff first. Right, yes I am. The weapons and charms. Right, so now I can actually sell everything. I've got 5 handkerchiefs. Let me get rid of all of them. Silver earring, gold. Oh man. Gold, copper, gold ring. Nice. I get 940 for that. Not bad, really. Yeah, not really. And now I speak there again. I am the exotic. The metallic cube figurine. There it is. I'll take it. 1500. Jesus. Right, now I can go and speak with the Modrons. I knew I should have got it when I had the chance. To begin with. As opposed to just waiting and being like, it'll be fine. But I don't know what else she has that's worthwhile. Oh, I'm just realising I'm running out of space for people. I only have one more spot. And I've got 2 party members joining very soon. Oh well. Right, so now if I speak with the Modrons about this cube... I mean, I couldn't speak about the cube before because I didn't have it on me. I had some questions. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect but size to the object in your hands, blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. Other questions? Where will this cube take its user? Do not have that information. Okay. That's all I wanted, I guess. Right. I don't really want to use the cube. I'd rather do the brothel stuff first. Honestly. Right, so if I go in here, this is where there's like somebody hiding behind this, I guess? Maybe not hiding, but they're behind this. They're changing or something. As you make to search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as the drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful issues from the cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed. The armoire gives another So what have we here? A rogue after some lady's frilly undergarments. You talk? Do I? Why, yes I do. Who are you? I am Lewis, and who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow rummaging about in other people's things? Never mind that. What are you doing here? Well, sir, if you must know, I am being an armoire. But why are you being an armoire in this brothel? I don't know if it's an armoire or armour. I don't really know how you say it. I happen to have become an armoire because I want to be an armoire. Thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. Ew. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magical arts. I'm merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire. The sights, the smells, the sensations. So all the women know about this then? Yes, yes they do, and they wholeheartedly approve of, well, not with their entire hearts exactly, and while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon the matter. I'll need something from you to keep quiet about this one. God, this is the best. It's just really strange. I don't know, should I do that now or in a bit? Yeah, sure. Very well. Posh, open the third drawer, you scallywag. As you reach your hand into the drawer, it slams shut on your fingers with great force. Searing pain races through your hand as you withdraw your battered fingers. Cretin, idiot. Open the drawer, I said, and you reach in. He slams his drawer again for emphasis, then begins shaking with laughter. Jesus. Yeah, I'll just leave him. Screw you, Lewis. Or Louise. Who else can I speak with? Is there anybody in here? We have Juliet. So this dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she is depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings, yes. I am named Juliet. How may I— Oh, never thou mind. Leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is. She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady. No, no. 'Tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish— She taps her finger against her chin. Something more of our liaison. Our liaison? Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going— She frowns— so smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. 'Twould seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtships I have had. It's not something I care to speak of. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. Yeah, that's probably the more accurate one. 'Tis just that all my friends have such interesting relationships, one fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me, and whom the world loves. She sighs again, a great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Mort floats close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A chit like this is nothing but trouble. What did you have in mind, Juliet? I'm not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy. Something intense. Oh, there we go. I can pretend to be a jealous suitor, if you want. Juliet glances at you, then scoffs. Oh, I highly doubt that— actually, that idea 'tis not half as addled as I had first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough. She looks you in the eye, as if appraising a horse. Art thou as rugged and tough as thy appearance would indicate? They don't make them any tougher than me, I assure you. Thou shalt do this for me, then? Yes, I'll do it. Excellent. My love, Montague, may be found within the civic fest hall. I thank thee. Of course, I'll go speak with him.
Updated my journal.
God damn. More quests. Hooray! So there's that. Where's that redhead? I can't remember what her name was. Vivian or something? There she is. She's fucking going all over the place. Vivian! This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanour is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small phial dangles from her necklace. She's perfumed with an exotic erotic scent that seems to draw you toward her. God. Greetings. She looks you over, arcing an eyebrow with what you sense to be disdain. Greetings, my name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. She nods imperiously. Go on then. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here, I am looking for something, actually. You would not happen to have smelled it, would you? A student? Vivian nods, looking vaguely bored. That is correct. Mistress Grace tutors us in the art of language and conversation. The ability to affect another with one's words, and to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. All the prostitutes here are such students. You asked if I had smelled something. Yes, I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. It is somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident. Though you never know, with the ladies around here, she frowns. So, by any chance, have you smelled it somewhere? You smell... you smell quite nice right now, you know. She scowls for a moment, then smiles at you. Yes, yes, and I thank you for your compliment, but I assure you that this particular aroma is nothing to my personal scent. She sighs. How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head. I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times, and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know it if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. 'Tis quite striking, especially to men. I can help you. Vivian seems dubious. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
My journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch the words piking and idiot stick. I keep forgetting that Anna has a thing for us, so I shouldn't be flirting with everybody. Whatever. Vivian smiles and nods at you. You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really? Okay. Ask you about something else. Nah. So that's another quest. Holy Christ, it is. Find the scent. Oh wait, it's in the thing? I mean, if it's in the place, then that's pretty simple. Yeah, seemingly. I mean, it seems like it's in the place. It sounds that way. Am I supposed to just ask around? Oh, there's Delora. I've already, like, conversed with her, so maybe... Oh. Did you find him? Oh, not yet. So I can't go any further with that. Alright, cool. So I need to find a scent. Either way. Nenny Nine Eyes. What a name. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seems to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up to you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny. And how are you this fine... She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt, she blinks. All over. Mort spins around you, mocking the girl's obviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. Oh my god. They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I had some questions. Huh? She doesn't seem... Well, she can't seem to tear her eyes from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink... I think that's ink. She squints at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. Do I let her? Allow her, sure. I think that's ink. She traces her finger around the edges of the tattoo. Is it ink? And what a pattern! Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. There's nothing to be done about the scars. They're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry. Pox on me for even mentioning them. She cringes, but I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain. Not of the physical variety, really. Oh, are you hurt inside? In the head? She clasps her hands eagerly. Mayhap I can help. In fact, I know I can. Part of a Senset's training is to learn how to draw hurt from others. My mistress says a Senset can may draw pain from a wound and bring it into oneself, but nonetheless, I can help. May I try? Please say yes. Oh. Okay. Senset. Sensets, oh, they're so dreamy. They believe that you can achieve understanding only through experiencing as much of the multiverse as possible. Taste this, listen to that, feel this, look at that, and there's so much out there. It's such a big place, and it's difficult to take in, or take it all in sometimes. So what are you doing here? I'm talking to you, silly! She giggles and pokes you in the belly, just like I talk to all the patrons here, all the prostitutes do. That's what the brothel's about. Learning new ways to talk and share experiences, and understanding other people. So I had another question. What can you tell me about this place? Sure I can. The Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts is a school that was started by Mistress Fall from Grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people. All to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. It's a non-stop wave of experiences, crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas. Mark mutters to himself, I guess it's good that there's something in there. So if I actually leave, and then speak with her again... Oh no, nothing happens. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Nenny frowns deeply. What? Oh, I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just not good at it. It's not bad to point out a thief, Nenny. Oh, but I don't know if she's the thief. Nenny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes. As if she just wishes you'd leave the topic alone. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice about her? Oh, alright. Nenny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly. You resist the temptation to laugh. Oh, I dislike her very, very much. She pauses for a moment and looks at you out of the corner of her eye, as if gauging your reaction. Was that convincing? Not really. Nenny frowns. I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. She looks up at you, depressed. Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong. Why don't you practice on me, Nenny? I suppose I could try. She looks dubious. You big, mean, nasty brute. She puts her hands on her hips. Meanie. She looks at you. How was that? God, this is the best. So, put more accent on brute. You big, mean, nasty brute. Better. Now hit me. Nenny clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked. Oh, I couldn't. I mustn't. She blinks. How does one hit somebody anyway? Go ahead, do it lightly, if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. Nenny slaps you, you barely feel it. She still looks shocked and frightened. She hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry, did that hurt? Tell me you're okay. I've never been hit so hard. Don't break character, Nenny. Come on, show me what you've got. You can say something bad. Just let it all out. Oh, I mean, oh. Nenny draws her tiny frame to its full height. Balls her hands into fists and puts them on her hips. And scrunches up her face in a cute scowl. Oh, damned be you, you deserve that for all the... What? I don't even know how I say this word. Indignities? You put me through. Going out late at night, her eyes roam... What? Her eyes roam up and down your body, getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think? What? Excellent. Oh, don't you excellent me, like I'm some backlicker looking for your approval. I'm my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless I get some solid commitment. Alright, that's enough out of you, Nenny. Nenny punches you. You barely feel it. Take this. She punches you again. And this. She punches you again, promptly turning into a little fist-flailing whirlwind. Okay, okay, time to let go of that anger. Anger, even. Nenny sighs tiredly. Whew, that was easier than I thought. No kidding. And I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. Thank you. What the hell? What the heck? What a character that was. It's always funny when she tries to be mean, but she can't. Just calls me a big meanie. Echo? What a name. Oh, I clicked myself. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do at all. Can I click? There we go. This striking young woman has skin the colour of burnished copper. A translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps, is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. Okay. Who are you? She smiles and curtsies, but offers no response. Can you speak? She shakes her head and smiles sadly at you.
My journal.
I love this shit already. Can you write then, or pantomime? She pouts, shaking her head. May I ask why you can't communicate? She sighs softly and nods. Actually, let me ask something else. Okay. Who are you? Oh, yeah. Duh. Can you tell me about this place? Raises an eyebrow. Other questions? Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Her eyes flash, and she smiles. She nods at you. What? What do you know of her?
Updated my journal.
She simply looks at you. May I ask why you can't communicate? Okay, something else. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? She shakes her head, shrugging, and gives you an apologetic look. Okay, so nothing much can be done about her, I guess. Right. So I can't find out about her.
I'm gone.
Is there anybody else, or anyone that can actually tell me about her? Like why she can't talk, or something? It would be nice to find out. Oh, right, I need to... Oh, wow. I need to help everybody, don't I? Spice up Juliet's love life. Return to Laura the key to her heart. I need to go to the Civic Fest Hall, don't I? Literally. Just to do all of them. So that was Echoes. Should I go through all the other rooms? Right, okay. So what's actually down here? Is it like a dungeon? Oh! The brothel cellar. What the shit?
I'm gone.
Oh wow, there's actually a lot down here. This I was not expecting. What the fuck? Oh! What are these? They're like gems. Or something. Now this has piqued my interest. Mostly from... Look at the design of this place! And also, I don't even have a clue where, like, what the hell they are. But I like it. That's all I do know. I mean, I'll just go by... Oh wow! I also quite like the statue. Not bad. So where'd I come in from? Right here. So, there's just a bunch of stones. Like how Ignis doesn't do anything. Like, everybody else moved, but Ignis didn't. He just stayed still for some reason. So what is this? This clear stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a brilliant inner light. Inscribed into its base is the word... Is that Yves? Okay. So they must all have something inscribed. Oh wow, yeah they do. This amber-coloured stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a soft yellow light. Inscribed into its base are the words... Kimazi... Or is it Kimas? I don't know. Kimazi Adatung. Are these names? Delora. This reddish... Wait. This reddish-orange stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a warm orange light. Inscribed into its base is the word Delora. Wait, is this going to be all their names? I wonder. Yves? Maybe not. This transparent bluish-white stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a soft blue light. Inscribed into its base is the word Kesai Ceres. I'm intrigued. This violet stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a deep purple light. Inscribed into its base is the word Marissa. This is their names. Wait a minute, I wonder. Do all of these... No, maybe. Vivian. This bluish-purple stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with soft lavender light. Inscribed into its base is the word Vivian. Now I was going to say, I wonder if, like, the location of these is apparent to, like, where their rooms are, but I don't think it is. No. Oh my god, there we go. The translucent green stone held in a mesh of engraved silver bands pulses with bright green light. Inscribed into its base is the word Echo. So this is all their names. But there's only 9, not 10, so I'm curious. So this brilliant red stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with fiery crimson light. Inscribed into its base is the word Nenny. Right. The translucent indigo stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a deep blue light. Inscribed into its base is the word Juliet. And then the final stone. This greyish-white stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with light. Someone was once inscribed into its base, but the writing has been scoured away. Oh.
Updated my journal.
I don't know who, though. No, I wasn't really paying attention to the names. Huh.
All
Wait,
right.
why is that door shut? Did I not go in here? No, I definitely did. Like, I'm almost certain I did. Didn't I? Yeah, I'm certain. Right, well, we have Marissa. Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can barely see... or you can see nothing of her face. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice that is slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes, come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so. Rude and foolhardy. You hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze or the hissing of serpents. Oh, is that why the lights are out? Is she like a... Gorgon? Mort whispers quietly. Whoa, creepy shit. My apologies, my lady. I wasn't sure if someone was here. The woman gives a slight but it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way then? Not just yet, I have some questions. Why do you remain behind this screen? Is it your wish that I step away from this partition, into some patch of light and speak to you face to face? Marissa laughs, and there is the sound of scales sliding on scales. Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well. She is a Gorgon. The reason she is in a dark room is because you can't see her, which means you can't get turned to stone. Why is it so dark in here? To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now, what is it that you want? Just some question answered. So, what are you doing here? Sitting here with my thoughts, listening to you voice yours. The silence of both of them, literal then figurative, is deafening. Why do you have such a terrible disposition? You hear a faint hissing sound because something of mine is missing, and something unwanted has arrived on my doorstep in its place. What's gone missing?
Updated my journal.
My veil, my crimson veil. Have you seen it perchance? No, what's it for? Is it just a normal veil? Marissa sighs quietly. No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. Oh, could she right, why do you need to hide your face? Enough with these asinine questions. How tiresomely annoying you are. Now what do you want? What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Yes, Echo. I knew another Echo once, though her name was written differently. I know nothing of this girl, though. Ask Delora of her. She made friends of an old lover of Echo's, I have heard. Ah. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? No, I've no clue. Oh. Well.
Updated
Anything about
my
Raven
journal.
Puzzlewell? No, do you? You hear an annoyed sigh from out of the darkness. Go ask Yves. She collects many tales, and can probably tell you something of use. Right, okay, I kind of want to save and ask her to come into the light and just see what happens. If anything. More pointless questions. Why is it so dark? I want you to come into the light. Nay, and the addition of please will not serve to persuade me. Now, what do you want? Surely you did not come all this way to see me. I do want to see what you look like. You have no such want. Oh, I do. What do you look like? The darkness hides us both. Let's make it a game. I'm frightfully bored. Let me guess. Are you a human male? Yes. Are you wounded in the throat? I can't see, but I believe so. Yes. Describe yourself to me. I'm tall, muscular, and horribly scarred. Indeed? She pauses for a moment. How were you so horribly scarred? Wait, never mind. I do not wish to know. Now describe yourself for me. Marissa describes herself as a shapely, pale-skinned, beautiful woman with a forked tongue, hair made up of writhing asps and glowing eyes. which you assume she must be keeping shut. So yeah, she's a Gorgon. You sound very exotic looking. Yeah, you sound very exotic looking.
Updated my journal.
Marissa laughs lightly. The sound accompanied by a slight hissing. Oh, I am. And my mirror's glance turns living things to stone. From beings of flesh to statuary. With only the bat of an eyelash. Living things to stone. Could you turn, say, a limb into a statue? I suppose I could. Had you a limb, and were I inclined to do so, and I might be so inclined, had I my crimson veil. Oh, okay. So, speak to the... Yeah. We need to find her crimson veil. Jesus. I don't even know who the hell to speak with. God, all the doors are shut. Bitches. She's a bit of a pain, really. Oh, that's Echo. Why is she out of her room? Wait, why are they all out of their room? Yeah, what? This is confusing. They've all, like, shifted. I had some questions. Nenny. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to find Marissa's crimson veil. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
I'll bet I do. I saw that nasty... Kimask... I still don't know how you say that. Kimaski? Adatung sneaking out of Marissa's room one night. They're both meanies, you know. But that dude's really awful. Or that person's really awful. I'll talk to her first. It's not a dude. That's all I wish to know. Cheers. Whatever. Adatung. Adatung is her name. I don't remember who that was. Is this a Vez? Oh, the Tail Chaser. Yeah, it is. Kasai Ceres. Wait, so whose name's missing? There's only one that's missing. I don't know which. Echo... Nenny? No, Nenny's is there. Juliet? No, that one's also there. I don't know, honestly. That's Marissa. So Kasai Ceres is probably this... That's probably her room. Oh god, they're all out and about. Great. That makes things a bit of a pain. In the earth. There we go. There you are. Adatung. The wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered by only a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brassiere, and armoured shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription, "Whatever, Adatung. Greetings." She bares her teeth at you, and just what are you looking at, you banged up sod? My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa, was he ever horribly mistaken. She sneers at Mort, then looks below him. Where a body would normally be, sharp tongue for a stemless deader. That's enough, you two. Let them keep at it. Ooh! I don't know if I want to. So, let them keep at it. So, like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one. What, did you hear the word brothel and think you could make some jink here, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Huh, can't believe they even let you in the door. What with all those ticks hopping off your shaggy legs? Keep at it. Ticks? The only annoying insects around here is you. She suddenly turns to you. Hey, you here to talk with me or what? Or what? What else can I do with you? What do you have in mind, you sodding jawbox? Go ahead, give me a reason to say no to you. What do you usually do for patrons? I'm a practitioner of abuse. Oh, how nice. What's that mean? I'll show you. Her hand lashes out and slaps your face, but you manage to barely dodge the blow. So she pouts visibly, then scowls. Oh well. Say, can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? She raises her eyebrows. Now that's an unusual request. I don't know, it seems pretty foul-mouthed already. He seems pretty foul-mouthed. I still don't know. Kimaxi, whatever. I think that's her name, actually. Whatever. Bladderdung, you scruffy goat-gammed harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bonebox. I can walk, run, dance, what do you do? Bob around wishing you had a pair, goats or otherwise. The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults, and clashing with razor-edged tongues. Wait for it to end. At last, the two stop their bickering. An eerie silence settles over them as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Mort. You're not bad, really. Not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps? Mort waggles his eyebrows at her. Eh? So Kamaxi narrows her eyes at Mort. Don't push it, skull.
New taunts.
There we go. I won't, tiefling. I will admit, I might have learned a thing or two. A thing or two, though. Good thinking, Chief. Sure thing, Mort. Oops, I didn't want to do that, but whatever. The tiefling rolls her eyes. And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside? My tongue's not wide enough, and I don't like hair in my mouth. Well, you seem to like the taste of offal in your mouth, you dung-breathed cretin. Jesus, we're just insulting each other. I love this. Only because it's like kissing you, you mangy stinkpot. Kiss me? She makes a retching sound. I'd rather kiss a bloody mass of phlegm than lay my lips on you. No thanks. Don't thank me, thank the powers someone actually wants to kiss you. Kimaxi looks at a loss for something to say. For an instant, a smile threatens to crack the grimacing mask of her face. Then she becomes more of a basilisk than ever. Alright, what do you want of me? Questions answered. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever. Ask. Who are you? My name? Uninterested. I can guess yours, though. Scarbunch, get out of here before I put a fire under your ass. Okay, she might be one of my favourite characters. She's just so sharp-tongued. What are you doing here? Not you, that's for certain. She smirks at you. I'm contemplating the best way to tell you to pike off. Next. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? What, that echo chip? Don't know anything about her. Don't talk to the girl. I mean, why? Not like she can talk back. Ask Frigid Delora about her. I think I saw her playing Go with an old crush of Echoes. Back from when she could talk. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Marissa's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing veil somehow? So Kamaxi flies into a rage. Who told you that? She suddenly falls silent, glaring at you through narrowed eyes. If I was there, Burke, I didn't take her filthy veil. Search my room if you'd like. I catch you sniffing at my breeches, though. I'll see to it you're never allowed in here again. Why would anyone ever sniff at your breeches?
Updated my journal.
Beats me, someone nicked more than a few pair of them, though. My favourite leather brassiere, too. With the iron studs, she humps angrily. Okay. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Try a hive gutter, or perhaps that's just a similar aroma. To be serious though, Marissa stole it. Marissa, are you sure? No, but I'm hoping you'll go stomping into her room and upset her enough to do something awful to you. Wow. So I get the feeling that's that, I suppose. So there's that. I think that's all I can get out of her. Oh, she's here. Cool. Kasai Ceres. This alarmingly voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy raven-coloured hair, bluish skin and shimmering crimson eyes, like rubies, which have fires lit behind them. Though she is not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic and not altogether unattractive. Greetings. The woman's voice is deep and sensuous. And my greetings to you, sir. Her burning eyes roam over you. I'm Kasai Ceres. So tell me, what might I do for you, Anything, Mark cries. Do anything you want to me. Kasai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Mark. Truly though, please. What can I do for you? Well, what do you usually do for patrons? Talk, of course. Usually about dreams, often those erotic in nature, but not always. Kasai winks at you, smiling. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy. I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me, and I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like to, but you must go first. Wait, my dreams were recently revised when I saw you, my lady. Were they now? Kasai smiles, her gleaming red eyes looking you over once more. You look very savage, you know. Tell me. Are you rough with your lovers? In the act, I mean. Very physical. Do you mean abusive? Why would you ask such a thing? Only if it pleases them. Kasai nods, smiling. I thought you'd say as much. I'm quite rough myself. I like to be carried around, and I particularly enjoy biting. I've sharp teeth, though, so I have to take care. Sometimes I get carried away and draw a little blood, you know? It's enough to make me weep. Where was this chip when I had a body? Roaming the Outlands, most likely. But that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it? She winks at Mort, then turns to you again. You have sharp teeth. Kasai nods. I certainly do. Would you like to see? Here. She opens her mouth slightly, running her violet tongue over her bottom teeth. Her canines are just long enough to be considered fangs. I don't think I'd mind the biting. Kasai laughs. I doubt I'd get through that thick hide of yours. Anyway, do you have much sensation left in your skin? No, sadly not really. The scars are very thick. Oh, that's a shame. You do have a lot of scars. Kasai looks closely at your face. Even your lips, the lids of your eyes. Tell me, are you scarred everywhere? You know, everywhere? No, not really. Parts of me have somehow managed to stay out of harm's way. That's good then. Kasai laughs cheerfully, then puts on a mock serious look, placing her hands on her hips. You never did tell me about your dreams, you know. Come on, let's have them. I don't have dreams, actually. Kasai arches her eyebrows in surprise. Truly? How sad. Even fiends in Divas dream. You know, are you certain you don't? Quite certain. No dreams at all. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss as to what to say. If you don't mind me asking, what are you? Kasai shakes her head. What can't you tell? She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom towards you. A woman! She raises an eyebrow. I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain touched, actually. Like your friend there, or here. Kasai indicates Anna. That's all you need to know. Okay. What are you doing here? Entertaining your questions, it seems. She winks at you. Really though, I'm a student of Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in this brothel are. A student? That's right, the brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language, so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know? Tell me about the sensates. The Society of Sensation believes that the multiverse can only be understood by experiencing it. The more you experience, the closer you are to understanding the dark of the multiverse. Intriguing, huh? I think I was born to be one. I just want to know things. Yeah, it's understandable. I had another question. What can you tell me about this place? Certainly, the brothel of slating intellectual lusts, is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of the language so that we can better identify ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know? What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Yes, that's Echo. She's very sweet but so quiet. I understand that she said something, once, which caused some great tragedy. But because of that, she'll never speak again. Kasai shrugs. Smiling. An interesting enough story, but I don't know if it's true. Try asking Delora. I've seen her talking to an ex-lover of Echo. Back from a time when Echo was speaking. Right, I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? No, I don't. Kasai frowns. Most of the women will say she's pretty, but she's always been nice enough to me, complimenting me on my eyes, and she smells so good. There's like spat everywhere. Lovely. I hope she finds her own scent again soon. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and might have seen something. You do have very lovely eyes, you know. Tch. Anna sneers, rolling her eyes. Idiot. Ah, don't be upset, Anna. Yours are just as lovely. What's that supposed to mean, you piking tard? Did you think me jealous of this chatty tart, you sod? Anna spits and looks away from you. Kasai Ceres shrugs and looks back to you. Why, thank you. You can see them glowing in the dark, you know. Bizarre, no? She pauses to look to you, or look at you. You've got some nice eyes too, so dark and mysterious. So full of character. Anna's so totally jealous. I love it. So, I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? No, I haven't seen it since the last time she wore it out. But Nenny might have seen something, so try asking her. I'll admit it's been nice. Marissa won't leave her chamber without the veil, so we've all been spared her foul tongue, leaving us only Kamaxi to deal with. Kasai smirks. That Kamaxi is the worst of the two, though. How so? Marissa's haughty and mean, but Kamaxi, she's a bitter, spiteful monster of a woman, with a venomous tongue and the demeanour of a Balor. I can't see why anyone would like to speak with her. I sincerely doubt her appearance makes up for that flaying, poisonous mouth of hers, but she receives patrons nonetheless. Other questions? Tell me about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Ah, my elbow. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. She narrows her red eyes at you, of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez. Didn't realise that was going to piss her off. Sheesh. Alright, the final person. Yves. This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft sea green eyes. Greetings! This fetching young woman has a faraway look. Oh, I've already read that. Greetings, I am Yves the Tail Chaser. What a coincidence. I too chase tails. Yves continues unperturbed. Have you come to trade tails? I'd like to trade tails. Yves nods. I would like that very much. Tell her the story of waking up in the mortuary. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of your waking in the dustman's mortuary. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale too. Oh wait, I shall remember this tale. I too will tell a tale of the dustman. Chapters of Dust. Go on. There are chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome which the dustmen keep the records, the passing of all that lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies and grants them release. Another tale, The Alley of Lingering Sighs. Ooh, I do actually. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of the alley giving birth. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. And now I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, do you know what a modron is? Yes. Then I shall tell you the tale of the clock and the quadrone. Go on. Once upon a time, there existed a modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to sigil, following the commands of its modron superiors. Go on. It knew of nothing but commands and dictates, of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority, until this one. Go on. One day it came upon a small shop, within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, the wheels of its hands broken. The modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts to fix the broken clock. It made a new wooden housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything may comfort a modron. Go on. Jesus, okay. And what the modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock that it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain elected to remain in sigil and be with the clock for the rest of its years. Right, but considering I've been going for quite a while, I think I'm going to end the session, and then next session I'll finish off the rest of her tales, and then, you know, go about whatever. Also, the fact my voice is starting to really hurt. I think it's because I've recorded quite a lot in a short amount of time. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.